Welcome, jewelers. Welcome all to another CryptoValleys update. My name's Mega, and I have an absolutely massive update to go over with you boys and girls here today in the Valley. CryptoValleys has been through an insane set of couple days. Flawless launch. We've seen prices skyrocket with the yield token. Not sure exactly where we're going to go from here, but I'm bringing you the latest and the greatest updates in the Crypto Valley space. We'll take a brief look here at the token. Of course, the yield token. Most recently, we saw yesterday about the same range actually that I made the guide roughly in the mid fours range. Yesterday, we did see upwards of $6 per yield token at a time, and then saw a little bit of a dump off. But this is healthy, in my opinion. You don't want to see up only. Of course, we want to see up only, but pullback sell-offs are healthy, and I think they're natural. We'll have to see where the coin goes from here. But a lot of new updates to go over in terms of crypto valleys that we're going to show you and may change the scope of the game overall. So let's get straight into that here. First, before I do that, I do want to let you guys know I saw a few comments on people wondering how to get Ethereum over to the Blast mainnet, to the Blast L2 chain. The best option I've heard in the space is the Orbiter.finance bridge. I'm going to link this down below in the description as well for you guys if you want to take advantage of this bridge to get your Ethereum over for gas. Um, as you see, it's only Ethereum to Blast currently. If I was to remove this one, which they won't let me actually, but when I was doing it earlier, it wasn't Blast out. You can't take your Ethereum out of Blast via this bridge. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like one way into Blast, and then there's got to be another bridge of sorts to get out. I also did notice Blast, of course, is a new blockchain, newer, and they do have an airdrop going on. Which, by the way, CryptoValleys is going to get a hand in this. We're going to get some gold, which is their airdrop token, if I'm not mistaken, or at least part of it. The Blast gold here you see. I will have a referral code down below as well. If you're taking advantage of CryptoValleys, you might as well get involved into this airdrop as well. You could see some of the points are just earned passively, 2.9 points per hour. I'm not exactly sure if I did anything to earn that rate, but regardless, I got a few points stacked up, and I got a little bit of bridge earlier. There's some other things you can do in the space, other DApp airdrops that are going around, and such like that. You guys can get more into that and learn more about the Blast upcoming airdrop. Pretty cool. But as you see, a little bit more sell off currently. We went from 4.4 to 4.6. This coin is highly volatile, but that's why we like it, baby. So let's get straight into the massive update here we had in the space. It's patch day, boys and girls. Farmers alike. Let's see. We had some balance updates. They set the fees allocated towards the bank from 1.5% and this is set fees allocated towards the bank. Okay. So the referral fee reward is reduced from 2% to 1%, which makes sense. Some of this they did mention was based on the influx in price. They did not predict this coin to go up this rapidly and this steadily, honestly. Very minimal pullbacks, as we saw within the first 4 days, to create nearly a 30x in the token. Pretty insane. Here's the Blast Gold update that I was getting at earlier. So this is going to be earned exclusively through farming. Farmer XP is going to be the standard global indicator of a player's level of commitment to CryptoValleys. So based on that, they're distributing 100% of CryptoValleys Blast Gold allocated by Blast for this airdrop. And Blast is giving this to CryptoValleys to allocate however they see fit. They're going to give 100% of that to the players based on their historical XP. So if we go back here just briefly, the historical XP they're speaking of is right here, 4,200 for myself roughly. You get this XP from farming crops. I don't think there's another way to currently get XP. Could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's only from farming your crops and harvesting them. Let's get back into it here. So truly excited about this. It'll let players receive a share of the Blast airdrop happening in May. So there's a little detail on a timeline roughly happening in May for that Blast Gold airdrop. Now, I think the gold is just kind of a ticker of value of sorts to kind of indicate how much Blast you're going to get, because this is the token that I believe is being given out. Blast, BLAST, courtesy of the Blast chain, of course. FYI, converting XP towards a higher tier badge will not lead to a loss in Blast Gold received. So that's cool. So when those, those XP conversions where you can exchange it for your badge level, those won't take away your blast gold airdrop. Of course, it may decrease your XP that you can convert. Of course, you're not just going to be able to keep leveling up your badge without spending your XP in a sense, but I'm sure they'll distinguish that for us. Biggest update, in my opinion, one of the biggest updates, the Apprentice Sage. Of course, we have the level 10 Sage currently, the normal Sage, which allows you to unlock a percent of your locked yield every week, once a week. But this apprentice Sage is open there for more of the masses to unlock some of their yield. Not everyone could afford level 10 farms when yield got up to $2, $3, $4, and so on. So the apprentice is back in town and is interested in purchasing some of your locked yield, but only if you've upgraded your valley at least once, which cost 100 yield, boys and girls. So that's about $500 currently at today's price, 450 or so. Now, here's how it works. If your valley's level is greater than 1, the apprentice will provide you with a weekly wage of 2.5 flat plus 2.5 times your valley level. So if you are level 2, you will get 5% if I'm not mistaken. Or excuse me, flat 5. You'll get a flat 5. But if you're level 1, you will still be able to access this, but you will only get 2.5 total yield unlocked, which is still pretty all right. It's not bad. But of course, the higher the level, the more unlocked yield you're going to be able to access until you get to that Sage. So it's a pretty good balancing act. I do like what they're doing here. Now let's get into the Bank V2 and Daily Chess. We saw something briefly mentioned here. I'm unsure if they meant, the percent is exactly the same. So I kind of just skipped over it. Let's read more about what they're saying about the Bank V2. So the Bank V2 is almost here, not here yet. They're waiting for their friends at Hyperlock to whitelist the yield in their platform so that the fees generated in-game can be used to incentivize the LP providers, which is pretty cool. When depositing your yield Ethereum LP with Hyperlock, which by the way is coming, liquidity will be able to be provided by the people, and I think we're going to get rewarded for it. There's a little bit of alpha, not financial advice. We'll see what happens. Not only will providers earn a constant reward in yield, there it is, but also thruster credits, blast points, and hyper points. So, all encompassing, all these things we're doing, which is overall helping us gain yield. This is also, they're creating opportunities for us to also earn within the ecosystem, within the Blast chain. Super excited about that. On another note, we've preemptively delayed the wooden daily chest for another 24 hours as we ensure drop tables are balanced around current and future game mechanics. One thing about this team, man, is they've been cooking fast. And, this is another big update we've had in the first few days. So expect constant changes from the team. I'm going to try to get out as much content as I can when updates come. But, definitely check out the Discord just in case for a more up-to-date news, right when it hits from the team. Another huge update, number 4 here, Feeble Seeds. We had our basic tier, we had our premium tier. We had to add Pico under that basic tier. And now again, we're adding Feeble under Pico. So now the tier order from lowest to greatest in price, in amount of yield as well, goes Feeble Seeds, Pico Seeds, Basic Seeds, and then Premium Seeds. Now the price of each one seed pack goes 1 yield for Feeble, goes 20 yield for your Picos, goes 100 yield for your basic seeds, and goes 800 yield for your premium seed packs. Now, Feeble Seeds here, well, it was meant to happen. We've introduced Feeble Seeds, an accessible variation of Pico seeds obtainable for 1 yield each. Unlike other seed tiers, Feebles do not reward farmers with produce to avoid balance issues. So everyone out there who's like, oh man, everyone's getting in here with cheaper seeds, blah, blah, blah. It's not a big deal because, those people who do have to buy Feebles, who are buying Feebles, a cheaper value, but less value overall because no produce. You still get the unlocked and lock side, easy peasy there, but no produce, which is genius from the team to avoid balance issues, in my opinion, particularly with the upcoming introduction of cooking with phase two. Instead, they're just simply meant to lower the entry barrier to the valleys. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Big shout out as well, number 5 here, InfoValleys and the Tip Bot, a guild for players by players launching tomorrow. It is live, the site at least. This is InfoValleys, boys and girls. This has been out for a few days actually, and they're going to be a guild within CryptoValleys. Um, a shameless shill to them, but a shameless shill to my guild as well, the Jewelers Crypto Guild. We're mainly focused on DeFi Kingdoms, PvP content, and PvE, or PvP, PvE, combat, and that type of stuff. Big on the gameplay aspect over there. But we do have our first, mainly Crypto Valleys guild here, the Info Valleys. But a little shill out to them. Much love. I would love to see. I love guilds. I love the aspect of guilds. So I'd love to see even more guilds being built up. And the purpose of having a guild is big. Not just an encompassing community to go to, but if they could build out features for guilds to really be needed in the game, that would be even better in my opinion. Now here you'll have some basic guides. You'll have some farm info in a very organized fashion. I love this honestly. All the information I kind of gave in the last few videos, just straight up cleanly put, farm levels as well, and then you got yourself a harvest calculator as well to see how much yield you may be pulling. So huge shout out to the Info Valleys boys over there, and I believe they have a giveaway for 3 basic seeds currently as well, so that's some big money value right there. Definitely go check out their Twitter to join that. But boys and girls, that's just about it for this update. Massive, massive stuff, and much more to come in the space. Again, phase 1.5, phase 2 around the corner in the ecosystem. I'm bullish, baby. My name's Mega. This has been another Crypto Valleys guide. Peace.